Alright, y'all, so check it out. Today we're talking about Porsche. And for most of us, for as long as we've been alive, the name meant one thing: to be the baddest, most bulletproof sports car on this damn planet. Yo, I'm talking about some insane speeds, some iconic designs, and they were very, very profitable, which made them kings in the car world. But guys, shh, the walls of the castle is shaking, and something crazy is going on. So today we're trying to find out really what that something is. Alright, so what caught my attention here, and the point of this whole video, was that the CEO of Porsche sent an SOS letter to his employees, letting them know that the business model they've been using for the last decade is no longer working in its current form. So this is not a little problem, or it's not just a pothole or a speed bump in the road. Yo, this is a huge problem. It looks like a whole pile of crap just hit the fan.
The shit's gonna hit the fan.
Honestly, if you look at the numbers worldwide, they're not doing good. Everything is dropping, their profits is shrinking, and the EV plan, the big EV plan they had, that is actually backfiring in their faces right now. What in the world is going on over there in Germany? I know you want to know as much as I did. So today we're gonna dive into the money problems, the EV gamble, and what in the world could have damaged Porsche to have them against the ropes like this. You see, there's one crazy thing about numbers, they don't lie. And right now the numbers is telling us a horror story. The first half of 2025, we could see where Porsche's deliveries worldwide dropped by a crazy 6%. And what could have caused this disaster? Do you know? China. You see, China used to be Porsche's biggest piggy bank, but now the numbers are absolutely plummeting, dropping down to a 28%, which is crazy, especially for a company like Porsche. And boy, let me tell you, this plague is spreading fast. Back in their hometown in Germany, the sales has plunged down to 23%, and the rest of Europe ain't no better. They're down to 8%. Now, there is a bright spot in all of this darkness. I'm talking about North America. Yeah, they came through with a record-breaking 10% increase in sales, but even with America holding them down, I don't know if that's enough to stop the bleeding. This whole sales mess got Porsche's profit in a nosedive. See, in 2025, they had to put out a profit warning, letting investors know that their legendary money-making margins gonna be dropping somewhere between 6.5 and 8.5%. See, this is a huge drop from what they used to. And right now, the investors are spooked. They're looking at each other like, bro, what are we gonna do next? You see that their stock's been dropping for a while now, wiping out millions or billions in value ever since their big IPO back in 2022. So what's the deal? You see, a big part of their problem to me is that they overcommitted to doing EVs, and they made such a big push towards going all EVs or mostly EVs. And their Taycan, which was supposed to be the Tesla killer, well, their sales are not doing that impressive right now. The demand dropped 6% in the first half of 2025. And that new Macan EV is doing okay in America, but I really don't think this is the savior that Porsche needs right now. And the whole game has switched up, especially in China. We see some new aggressive EV brands coming out with some crazy cutting-edge technology, and they look pretty cool, and they could sell them for way cheaper. So all of a sudden, the folks in China no longer want to spend that extra cash on the Porsche's fees, and they feel like they could get something cheaper and more affordable just by going to their local brands. This whole situation have Porsche doing a complete 360. Well, you know what I mean, a 180. So they've been talking a big game about having 80% of their cars electric by 2030. But for right now, it looks like they've been backing away silently from that goal. They're actually scrambling right now to put money back into the gas and hybrid engines, the same engines they were desperately trying to ditch. And this shows that their big EV push was a costly miscalculation. And that's why I like companies like Toyota, because they always seem to know what's gonna happen. And you see that's why they're stuck with hybrids. Even if they push EVs, they're mostly stuck with hybrids, which was a really smart move. This is a wild time for one of the world's most famous car brands. But if you like this breakdown and you like the work that your boy is putting in, don't be scared to hit that subscribe button. We give you all original content every week, so check it out. See, this is not just about money or batteries. This is a lot deeper than that. it's actually a cut to the soul of the car brand itself. You see, Porsche is in a crisis right now, and their high prices and crazy decisions is making customers feel like they're being left behind. It's like they forgot what made them great to begin with. And their identity, which was built on the fury and sound of their gas engine, is actually now at risk. So to make matters worse, this year, they pulled the plug on the gas-powered 718 Boxster and the Cayman.
God have mercy upon us.
What about the electric replacements? Well, those could be years away from now. And this leaves a big hole in their lineup and in their legacy. And guys, guess what? There's more drama. You see, the US tariff on the European cars is hitting them really hard right now. And they can't even soften the blows because they don't make any cars in the US, which makes it super hard for them. So this toxic mix of problems is doing a lot more than just hurting the sales numbers. It's literally chipping away at the brand's prestige. So you see, Porsche is among my favorite car brands, but for the first time in a long time, their empire looks shaky. And they are caught in between the past and run into a future that have them looking unprepared and caught off guard. So here we are. Porsche is getting hit from all sides, and it actually feels like they're getting jumped. From a sales collapse in China to a busted EV plan, and they're going through an identity crisis, which creates the biggest fight that Porsche's seen in decades. Everyone in management is in a full-blown panic attack. Right now, they're just trying to reduce cost, pivot back to gas engines, and honestly, just keep the ship from sinking. The next few years is going to be critical. I wonder if Porsche could reinvent themselves without losing that magic that made them a legend. Or are we watching one of the greatest car companies of all times actually crumble right in front of our eyes? I mean, you guys let me know in the comment section. But until next time, peace.